Hi, this is Andre Kent Jr. speaking, and I just want to say that as a capstone project to where I would normally do the Achievers Report and the Homage Network inside a school facility, I made sure to send emails to Wake Tech Community College, Pitt Community College, and East Carolina University, as well as other colleges and universities where I was completing my project for proof and documentation of me doing my job correctly. And for transparency purposes, I made I made about 15% per each project, and my time per hour is no less than a couple billion, a few billion, something like that. Even though I can take projects at a smaller rate, I had mailed out my minimums for the business that I wanted to do, and I based it off of my championships and all of my championships together. And let me say, at 3.5 billion, which was fine, where they started, but I bring more to the table to have them than to have them drag me around for 100 years, 1,000 years, and stuff like that, doing their protocols and stuff. So I decided on my personal money to match you all on both my home office and my personal office, because while I'm on the Achievers Report, the Homage Network, or discussing my championships or wanting to be on my championships, I have to be doing company oriented things or organization oriented things. So I wanted to be partially on my own finances, own personal finances. My personal home office is separate than myself personally. So I have my personal email, andrekentjr@gmail.com, and that's just home. And then AJ Kent's business at gmail.com is my personal home. That's my personal home office without my family and friends or anybody. And then AJ Kent 2045 at outlook.com is myself at the year 2045, in the year 2045, and making it their Laurel Wheeler. I go past the year 2045. So, working up to those years, what I want to do with my personal finances is I want to keep it in its own law firm Empire Tycoon situation where we're only using my personal finances to do things. We're not processing cases, not processing tickets, and reformatting law firm Empire Tycoon for home. I have one for home personal and one for my home office, completely separate. Some of the same faces and some of the same people. But my home office has Triton Exception, Athena Finance Group, Poseidon Wealth Team, and all that other stuff that is mine personally, because I go over there and I make projects and products and dioramas and stuff. It's not a corporation for everybody. It's not a corporation for others to get their opinion. It's not for their opinion. If they don't want to work for me and myself personally and my projects, it's not going to be the company for you. I recommend you go up to the Homage Network where they can talk about championships and net worth. So on my personal side, 15%, I get paid like 15%. Let's say the whole portfolio, including the scouts and stuff, is over at 100 years, 1.5. So at 100, let's say including interest earned, it's at like 15 billion right now. Is that right? Yeah, 15 billion right now. So I've already matched y'all at the basic level. At 15 billion, you would have to pay me out my 25%, which is 3.7 billion. So that's just my personal side. But once it's in my personal account, I would like to put it at, because I bring more to the table with those championships. I'm probably at 4%. I would like to take my portion of current and put it directly into a high interest, a high yield bank account in the United States of America at 1.21% APY. So just for safety precautions, I'm going to say at 0.75% APR. That's $2 billion $812,500,000 a year that I'm generating in interest since 2020. So it's been 2 years. I'm at 5,625,000,000 plus the original 375. That's $9,375,000,000. And I only use the earned interest, and I only, so that's not enough to make me just stay so into everything that I'm doing. And they were just giving me different ways of how my money might be larger in other countries and stuff. That's how much I want paid out with my name on it, Andre Kent Jr. at this moment. 9,375,000,000 paid out under my name, Andre Kent Jr., as just my personal finances off of it. Now, after the Achievers Report and the Homage Network and all that stuff, it goes along with the invoices and everything comes out, but that shouldn't be hard to pull out of the account and the bank account right now. That shouldn't be hard at all. Now, on my personal side as well, keep that as one office in law firm Empire Tycoon on my personal side. Keep that as one person. Okay, now let's talk about some of the projects and stuff that we have over here. Executive Assistant Training, which I personally made. I personally made REPT, and then I subcontracted it out to Young and Dumb Entertainment and Nocturnal Awakenings Incorporated, because those are other places that I work. We have Kent Family Ventures that is over here. Kent Family Ventures is on my personal, but that's the umbrella where we go chill at. But Kent Food Trucks is a completely different area. It needs 2 separate people for that. Don't forget my driver team, Black Lane. Don't forget I have 100 properties that I want to own on this side. Don't forget I have my franchises. I have franchises that are the same on both my personal and in my home office, but they're not the same exact diorama and they're not the same as that restaurant. It means you need to double up. So I'm making a commission off of each one of those franchises if they take the deal. Don't forget transcripts for winners. My 33% is 1.3 billion. Don't forget Black Folk and Satire. I got 1.3 billion on Black Folk and Satire. That's just mine personally, that comes off the company, and then the other 1.35 that stays on the company, where I get 25% per each of those albums. Don't forget The Road to Eagle, just the actual picture itself. Most of my chats and stuff at my personal level, I'm at like anywhere from 300 to 20,000 views a post or something like that. Just depends on what it is, but I use the tinier numbers on my side so I can stay close to my family and friends and stuff. But I want to keep my personal separate from my home office. So AJ Kent's business is more my home office, and I don't live with my parents. When I want to talk to my parents, I use the Homage Network and the Achievers Report stuff. But don't mix my personal money up and keep the Achievers Report and the Homage Network secluded to one office on my personal side. Don't forget the churches that we own, 38 churches, and I want those churches scattered all across the globe just in case we travel somewhere and we need a church to use. Make them near prominent areas. Don't forget my private personal airports on my personal dollar. I order private personal airports. Don't forget my personal planes. Don't forget my food daily. We ordered the Boeing 767, that one that Khaled is on. That airplane that Khaled is on, I want 10 of those on my personal side. So don't forget how hard we're working on our personal side and why we need to keep Law Firm Empire Tycoon separate on my personal versus my home office versus the companies that I can work for or work for. I'm Andre Kent Jr., AJ Kent, and AJ has his own Wikipedia pages. Andre Kent Jr. has their own Wikipedia page. They got their own, Lord Andre Reginald Kent Jr. got his own page. So stop blocking my account, stop blocking my money, stop messing with my money. I'm ready to cash out so I can cash it back in my bank account, because y'all robbing me of the earned interest, and I probably bring about 4.57% to any account, and most the bank can pay out is 1.21% or something like that. So you're robbing me of my time and my money now since 2020. Not anything before then, but since 2020, you're robbing me of my time. And I won't stand for it.